We said, we're gonna take away dairy because that clearly seems to be the thing that he is very, very intense about. And it was a horrific weekend. And then 48 hours off of dairy. He came downstairs and sat in his chair, and one of his rituals every morning was he would pick up his little spoon, and you know, there were colored toddler spoons, and he would go red, 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 and he would just do that for a minute solid before deciding, okay, now I'm gonna start to eat. And 48 hours off of dairy, he got into his chair and goes, this is a red spoon, and started eating. And it was just, that was the moment where I was like, okay, you're never having dairy again. There is clearly something to this. There was a screaming game that he would play when he was about 3 months old, where he would kind of test out the reverberations of any room that we were in, where he would scream and then he would listen and then he would scream again. He wouldn't use real words. He would recite stuff in order to communicate.
Yeah, we would say, oh, yeah, Gideon, he knows hundreds of words. He
talks all the time. He's got a great vocabulary.
It was all substitution. It's all echolalia.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Plant. People type one. No.
What's that from, honey?
It was time to go plant. This is all.
What's that from? What's that
people
from?
times one.
What's that from?
No.
What's that from?
Where's that from?
Evie as a baby is completely different than Gideon ever was. You know, she's sweet, she puts her head on my shoulder, she says some words, she points, she smiles. She does all of these things that are the opposite of how Gideon was. We feel very sure this makes sense. Yeah, he's different, she's not. And then at 12 months, she suffered a major regression and everything fell off. And overnight almost, it became clear like, oh, now we have two of them.
Say cheese. Cheese. Good girl.
When they were diagnosed, I was terrified for the future, absolutely terrified. And it was that fear which motivated me to say, we have to do something about this. We are not gonna stop, and we're gonna keep trying things and keep trying things, and if that didn't work, we're gonna try something new.
Because it's not I give my child a wonder pill and everything is fine. It's weeks and months and years of work.
It was super hard for me in the beginning, and it got easier. And you just have to trust that it is gonna get easier. I'm not a natural chef at all. I hate cooking. Like literally, having to cook everything from scratch is kind of my personal definition of hell. Like this is not fun. This is not something I ever wanted to do. And so I have to sort of motivate myself. So I have to have a plan. They will not only say, excuse me, the schedule did not say strawberries, it says blackberries, but they will come over here and switch the magnets out even as we're sitting down to eat.
Tell me what you drew.
I drew the sun, but my eyes, and the slide.
And what does it say at the bottom?
I like recess.
Do you like recess?
Yeah.
Well, I had strawberries, salad, and pistachios, and sausage.
And my kids' brains are more important than whether they got to wear a new pair of pants this year or whether we had to go to the thrift store and get them a pair that I sewed up. You know, it's the food is worth it.
Recording what your kid is doing, how they're acting, what they're eating, other things like that, because sometimes, maybe your child is improving, you don't realize it. Maybe they're getting worse, you don't realize it. Being able to look back and see all the tens in behavior that you wrote down or something like that, and seeing that change to 8 over time, seeing that change to 5 over time, that's very encouraging to have hard fact that your child is a lot better than they used to be.
My name is Evie.
What's your favorite color?
Okay, it's blue.
How old are you?
I'm 3.
Hey, Evie, look at me, please. What's your favorite animal?
It's zebra.
When we were saying, doggy, doggy, where's your bone? If I didn't have a turn, but that's okay.
I accept my children's personalities, absolutely. I love who my kids are, but who they are has been revealed by what we've done. It hasn't been changed. What we've done is taken away the things that held them back and made them sick and made them, you know, unable to face the world. Now we're able to see who they really are, and it's beautiful, it's amazing.